Hey what's up guys, Brew here, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. So today we're playing some energy incremental today, and what we're going to be doing is we are going to be taking a look at the brand new update. It did just come out a few minutes ago, and as you can see at the top, we've already got a new prestige. So they have added prestige 6 to this update, so we'll be checking that out momentarily. They've also added some new features. So for example, we now do have magnets, which is new. So every 3 to 5 minutes, a magnet will fall from the sky in a random area. I don't know how you know when they're dropping. Maybe it's a sound, maybe it's a visual pop-up, maybe it's a combination of both. But I thought I saw something here, but it's just part of the map. So sadly, it wasn't meant to be. But if it is sound related, I don't really know what I'm going to do, because when I record these videos, I have no sound. Well, obviously there's sound for yourself, but for me, I can't hear it because of the way I set everything up to record. But maybe that is a me problem, and we do need to figure it out. For some reason, my text keeps breaking, so I don't really understand what's going on with that one. But we do also have the 500k rune right now, which is 0.1 magnets per opening. So rather expensive, I guess, but there are the magnet upgrades, or they're expensive at the moment. We do have 4 times multiplier, which is nice. So you can get more magnets, more energy, more flux, more surge, voltage, and more RT, which is Robux tokens. So, pretty cool. Let's get into the rest of the changelog then. So, every 1 hour, there's a random weather event which will occur where magnets will rain from the sky. If the magnets fall out of the world, it'll get added to the magnetizer, where you can spawn in weather events for yourself and start events server-wide. There's the new 500k rune. It costs 0.1 magnets and it will stay forever. It has its own stats, where it has its own RPS and luck by the look of it. So the existing stats you have don't actually contribute towards that speed or anything. And you can also now hide your maxed out stats in settings, which is pretty cool. So we do have 2 new passives, 2 new rarities, 2 new passives, 5 new rarities, and 3 new ranks. So if we come over to the rank section, as you can see, oh my word. Okay, that is very, very high level. So yeah, 315, we're on like what? 263. So yeah, a bit of a way to go for that one. However, I'm sure the magnet rune will probably help us out a lot, maybe. So let's just see what the 500k one does. So energy flux and wood, energy flux surge and wood, and then you also get magnets from this one. You get magnets from this one, which is pretty cool. And then in these ones, you do get magnets and rune bulk, as well as voltage. And then you get rune speed, clovers, magnets, and yeah, pretty cool. And then I'm sure there's like a secret one or something, but again, we'll be checking that out shortly. So let's see what we can do then. We have pretty much covered everything right now. There is like an onboarding tutorial for new players, and that is pretty cool. I guess it helps people out. If you're unsure, you can just do the tutorial, and hopefully it gives you some insight into the game. So changes wise, they have changed the global rune prices. So I guess they're a bit cheaper now for Robux by the look of it, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty cool to see. I think the reason for it is to probably promote buying them for everybody instead of for yourself, because before, when they first did drop, your best bet was to probably just buy Robux tokens for Robux. And then you could have bought a ton of global runes for yourself at a really discounted rate compared to Robux prices. But again, that seems to have all now changed, and that is the best way to get them if that's what you're looking to do. Okay, so let's have a quick check then. So there's some bug fixes, and yeah, we're not going to go into them because I don't really think they're that major. All right, so let's go into the prestige, see what it's all about. And as you can see right here, so we need the energy. Looks like the obtain 1,450 energy, but then it's this, so 2,600, so that needs to be fixed by the look of it. But either way, just what it is. This bit's correct, this bit's correct. It's just the text up here, so maybe that is incorrect, but again, it doesn't really change much. So in return, we get 4 times XP, which is helpful because we can go to those higher levels now. You get 50k times energy, more flux, surge, voltage, watts, and wood. And then you automatically open the energy rune and unlock magnets. So we'll be checking that out in just a second. Before I do, I just want to see whether we can get any of these. So Okay, they are very... Okay, yeah, probably not then for that one. Let's go to the power plants quickly and just see what we can do with these passives, because we do have new passives apparently. I don't know whether they are secrets or whether they are... Okay, they look like they're secret ones, so we'll see what happens. Maybe we get like a new code or something. So, no, it doesn't look like we have, at least at the moment. So, alright, let's just see what happens then. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's see what we can do then. Let's go to the prestige area and just hit the prestige up, and then we should be good to go with that one. So now let's hit prestige 6. We'll see how many magnets we can get. I wish this person... Yeah, thank you. Thanks. He almost like heard me, I guess. Is my mic on in the game? Probably not. It can't be. I'm not even on the same device, but anyway, you know how it works on this channel. We just go for this quickly, get everything I need, and there we go. So we've now got the picture, we've got the prestige and everything. So there is the thumbnail that you'll more than likely see. And cool. All right, so what we need to do then is we do need to start farming. So in this case, let's just go for some surge. We do automatically get flux, and there we go. We've maxed these upgrades out. Let's come over to here. We don't need to actually click the button or anything, because we should just be able to max these out immediately as we get them automatically. Next up on chips, we've got these maxed already, so that's good to see. We could roll some rarity and see if we can get anything, but again, I don't really think we can. So yeah, we'll probably ignore that one for now. Let's go into here and see what's going on with this. And looks like there's nothing new over here, which is fine, except for the passive. So maybe we do need to just change passive, I guess. No, we've got Inferno already. Does your rarity reset when you prestige? That is a question I should have probably had a look at. So it doesn't, no. My luck seems to have worsened though. I don't know what's caused that, but anyway. Should all be good though. So let's buy some of these if we can. No, we can't. We only have QD. We need QN. So ignore that part for now. Let's go to the factory area, see what we've got going on over here. Because I feel that something's changed. Because my rarity luck is now significantly worse than before. Oh, we do get this though. Alright, so we can activate the Immortal Global Rune. Nice. Let's get that going. And that's all we get, I think. Or maybe I had that before and I was just blind. Possibly that one. So, alright. Let's see what we've got going on then. These are all still maxed out. We do need to try and get a magnet or two. I still don't really understand how you figure out whether you've got them or not. But let's see what the magnetizer is. So, do we have anything? No. Okay. Oh, well, you can like you can pay Robux to get them started. Interesting. Alright, so let's not do that. Let's go to... I mean, if they fall from the sky, surely they can't like spawn in this area? If we use logic, I guess. I'm not really too sure, but anyway. I need a magnet. I don't know where you get one or how. I know they obviously fall down, but does it just like pop up in the chat or something? Maybe not. But again, I've got no sound for reference. I know you have sound, but I don't. So we'll just have to see what happens with it. Because realistically, I do need to have sound. It would make the videos slightly easier in this case, but for now I don't. So I think what I'll quickly do is see what's going on with the magnet, get that figured out, and then we'll be back once you actually have one. All right, guys, so it says that a golden magnet has spawned in Champion Falls, which is the leaderboards area. So I'm going to like sprint over there. Hopefully we get it. I don't know if it's like one per server or how it really works. But we did manage to pick it up, and it did give me 17.64, as you can see. And a magnet did fall out of the world, so that has gone to the magnetizer, which we was looking at just a second ago. So that's pretty cool to see. And I feel that I'm not even recording. Oh, I am recording. Nice. For some reason, I thought the video was on pause, but it isn't. I'm glad it isn't, because I'd have been annoyed otherwise. But we did manage to get some magnets, at least. So what we can do then is we can actually go to... I don't know why the text keeps bugging out. Again, I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but I'm sure it'll be fixed at some point. So I do apologize. And yeah, let's open up the rune. Let's see what we can get from the rune, because I guess this is probably the player to make. Or maybe do we go for more magnets first? Let's see. So 10, let's do that. Okay, now let's just spend the rest of them onto the rune. I think that's a good idea. All right, so we can spam the rune. We basically have no RPS or anything, and it's taken forever, basically. But is there any way I can see the stats of the magnets? That is the question. We can. All right, cool. So we've pinned them, but we do need to remove some things. So let's just take off, I don't even know. Let's take off clovers. I'm not really too bothered about those. Obviously, we can't even pin the secret stats anyway. Let's just take everything else off apart from energy. Because, I mean, we don't even need energy. In fact, let's just take that off. Okay. There we go. In fact, let's put clovers back on. Put wood on as well. There we go. So, that's what we need. We've opened this up 76 times and we have run out of magnets now by the look of it. We still do need to have the chat open in order to see what we're getting. We did get 1 unity, which is quite nice. And we did also get 1 influence. We got 5 glow, 43 festivity, and 26 radiance. I was looking at the 1 and 4, but obviously we didn't get 1. We got however many we got. So cool. All right. So looking good right there. Let's go and see what is going on next. I don't really know what I should be doing in terms of progression. So we're up to like 3k, well, closing in on 3k energy. I'm not really too bothered. A basic magnet spawned in the factory, which is where I am at the moment. As you can see, it's this thing right here. And there we go, 30. Nice. We'll go for the magnet upgrade, and then I guess we will just probably open the magnets, the runes again. I think the runes are probably the play. The runes and the actual magnet upgrade initially is probably the best thing to go for, I think, because that way you're maximizing the amount of magnets you can actually get, because of course from the rune, if you do get lucky enough, you can actually get extra magnets as a multiplier. And if you just go for the magnet upgrade, then of course you are also increasing your magnet multiplier, which therefore will give you more magnets per drop, which means you can progress easier because you'll get more per drop each time. So, all right, so we've done that. Let's see what we've got going on then. I do need to get some passives rolling. So I'll probably just roll some passives and see if we can get any of the new ones. They're both secrets by the look of it. So we'll just see if we can. I'm going to quickly check this. So we are back up to the like 14k where that was at before. The next one is extremely difficult to get at. Oh, for some reason I thought this one was called Superior. I was about to say that's a cool name, but it is not. It's just my username. So I guess I'm a fool, but what's new? All right, so let's keep this going. We actually are able to look at Miracle and see what it gives me. So I think we've already got this one. So yeah, we've already got that one. We're not going to look for it because we've already picked it up. So maybe ooh, this one looks really good. We need to get Miracle at some point. I know obviously everybody needs it, but we'll just see what we can do then. So let's go and open some passives because we probably have a better chance of getting the brand new passives than we do the other ones, the rarities. So we've got, what, 50k keys basically, and let's just see what we can get. Hopefully we can get one. I don't even know what they're called, so we'll probably just open all of these. Is 50k worth opening? Yes, I guess so. We'll just see how it goes though, and hopefully it does work out well in my favor. So once these have all opened up, we'll probably just check back in. If any magnets appear, I'll probably just stop and go for them because it does make sense as I do need them and everybody needs them at this point. So as soon as another magnet does come in, we'll of course stop these rolling and go for the magnet. But until then, let's see if we can get the new passive. All right, so we've got a magnet dropping in spawn. We're just going to run away, I guess. I was about to say it's still opening them for some reason, but I guess that was just going through the backlog. So somewhere here, we should see a magnet. But again, it just really depends where. Because spawn is quite big. Spawn is probably the biggest area. I don't want to be blind and just miss it completely. All right, so we've gone ahead and found it. It is right here. 44.94 magnets, which is quite nice. So now we can just quickly go back to the new area, the factory area, upgrade the magnets multiplier upgrade once, and then just, you know, go for the rune as well, and then just wait for the next one to come in a few minutes time, and then we should be good to go with that. All right, so we can only open like a few, probably about 49, I guess. So we'll take it for what it is. Some runes are better than nothing, of course. And we did get an influence, which is one of the better ones, I believe, that actually do multiply your magnets. So definitely worth it for that alone. We still don't have a spirit or anything like that. But again, you can't always get everything you need. Let's just do a reset because it'll be quicker than running back and running across to everything else. So in this case, now we are back up and running. So let's go to the quick rarity roll. Do we get anything good? 3, 2, 1. Nope. Okay. So now let's just go back into here and see exactly what we did manage to get, if anything. All right. So we're going back to the passives right now. We did manage to not get anything new. Who would have guessed? All right. So we only opened like, what, 5k or so. So again, we'll keep them rolling. If more magnets do come in, I'll let you guys know. But for now, hopefully we can get one of the new passives because that would be really good if I can, as it should be an upgrade. All right, guys, so we should have another magnet just spawning in right now at the power plant. So let's just stop the rolling process, see what we did manage to get. Okay, nothing crazy by the look of it. So unfortunate, but again, it's just what it is. So the power plant is where we was just at, and I did exit it. Yep, I know. But anyway, let's just go back in. It is right. I don't even know. I feel like this is one of those things where it's right in front of me. I don't even know if they despawn. Did they despawn? Or did they stay? And they spawn like right around the edge? Is it mainland only? How does it work? All right, guys. So I did go ahead and find it. It was actually very hidden, I guess. So either way, we found it right here. And let's see what we get. So 22.94. So maybe the amount you get varies on the size of it, because we pretty much just got half of what we got the last time, and the other one was like double the size, I guess. So maybe that's how it worked. So we'll quickly just roll a few of these. I do want to try and get at least one of the new rarities. I know it's probably, the odds are like next to none because it's 1 in 14 billion right now. So again, we will see if we can. If we can, fantastic. If we can't, then I guess it's unfortunate. But either way, let's just keep farming and see if I can get anything good. All right, so we're not going to get that anytime soon. That's just completely unrealistic. I've came to reality and to realization with that. So we're just going to ignore that for now. Let's roll the rest of our keys just to see if we can get any of the new passives. And hopefully we can. We have 35.5k remaining. So I'll see you guys shortly. So a magnet dropped in spawn, and as you can see, it's got a weight, a rarity, in this case basic, and then it shows how many you get. So I guess it's just based on weight and the rarity of them. The bigger the size, obviously the bigger the weight, I'm sure. So yeah, that's how they must work. Let's just quickly spend our magnets because we may as well not hold on to them if we can spend them. And then just keep rolling the passives and hopefully get one of the new ones. Okay, so slight change of plan. It's 80 magnets for the next upgrade. I'm currently on 67. In my opinion, we will just wait. So I'll do a reset. We'll get back to the power plant much quicker that way. And then we'll just open the rest of our keys and see if we can get one of the new passives. All right, guys. So I've gone ahead and opened some of the relics, the passives, like I mentioned. I did just reset my PC and reinstall the graphics driver again because I think I did it yesterday. And then that's when the text issue mainly started. So I'd imagine it's related to that. So yeah, I'd imagine that's the problem causing it. I currently do have a bunch of keys still left over. I think that I currently have 10k, but we did get the monster passive, as you can see. So 45 times stats, 25 times rune luck, 20 times rune speed, rune bulk, rune clone, rarity luck, which is fantastic, and rarity speed. So let's quickly just drop back to the spawn. I want to see the difference because let's see, it should have probably put everything down by about half, I'd imagine. So where are we? Here we are. So yeah, it's a bit over half by the look of it. However, it's still very, very difficult to get. So I'm going to use the rest of my keys. I will come back once we've gone ahead and done that. I did pick up one extra magnet as well before I reset my PC. But regardless, we'll open the keys, see if we can get the other one, and then we'll go from there. So I've run out of keys. Let's see the moment of truth. Did I get what I want? And I didn't. Okay, I mean, I still can't complain. I did get monster at least, so it is something. We are sadly out of keys though, and I will need to get some more. So that can be done another time, as I can just AFK a rune or two. But anyway, let's just check the chat. We did get a magnet dropping in the factory. So we will quickly just go ahead and pick this up because I do need to go to the factory anyway. So we did actually get quite lucky with the drop location because it's actually where I need to go. So we're now in the factory. Let's see what we're able to get. Where is it? It's right in the middle. Nice and easy. Directly in the path of where I'm going. All right, so 52 right there. Let's get that going. So we've got 69.46 remaining. I mean, I could upgrade stats, but it's pointless in my opinion because I just want magnets anyway. So in this case, let's open up the rune. It'll just take a moment because the RPS is still very, very slow. And if we do get anything good, that would be fantastic. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. We'll just have to see. So we're looking for mainly influence, unity, or spirit. I'm yet to get one. So hopefully, oh, influence, Mike Theory, hello. So next up, we need unity. Come on, game. We need some unity, please. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we can. I'm not really too sure. But anyway, let's leave this rolling. I'll check back in and then we'll probably just call it a day. So see you in a second. So guys, I've gone ahead and spent every magnet I do currently have on the runes. I've just stood onto this one just to see if we can get any passive keys, and it doesn't look like I'm getting too many. But either way, this is my rune collection. So 2 unity, 9 influence, 96 glow, 512 festivity, and 305 radiance. So not too bad. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Let me know what you think. That's the new update inside of Energy Incremental. Check out my other videos, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you in the next one.